Good morning, everybody. It is December 10th. It is an absolutely gorgeous day out, but tomorrow is going to be snowy and frigid, so I thought I'd get a few chores done before everything just kind of gets all covered in snow and frozen. The first thing, which I already completed, was to throw some more pine bark in here for these guys, but it rained a whole bunch last night and it got a little bit icky again, but we did just put in new pine shavings for them. Hey guys, how's everyone doing? I love these little ocean roosters. They are so pretty and sweet tempered. There's 3 little roosters in here and they all get along. So unfortunately my onion experiment was a failure. No onions came up, but these guys are looking amazing. These are my fava beans. And you can see, along with a weed, that they are coming up really well and looking great. I opened this mini greenhouse yesterday so I could get a lot of nice rain in on my crops during the warm weather, and discovered this poor guy just eaten to pieces. One of the caterpillars managed to survive and really decimated him. I hope he survives. But so it's good to check on things even in the middle of the winter, because these caterpillars. But the plants up here are looking pretty decent. These are my broccolis for spring, so I really want them to do well and not be devoured. Time to put the cover back on because temperatures are going to drop, and then tonight is going to snow. My watermelon radishes are still kind of struggling along, getting a little size to them. And again, their cover needs to go back on now that they've gotten a good watering. And then over here, the thing I like about the Agribond fabric is you don't have to actually move it to have some good watering go on. Let's do a quick check of the greenhouse. The rain is coming back. But as you can see, my spinach is really still coming along well. Lettuce is starting to develop some true leaves. And my rocket and my kale still really struggling there in the beet row, and turnips are meh, so just don't think there's enough light over there for whatever reason. But these other guys are doing good, and you can see that in March I'm going to have a pretty decent crop. I guess I will finish up with a quick little harvest here on December 10th. So just trying to show you the difference. This is outside the protection, this is inside. It's a lot greener and more vigorous inside for the most part. So I'm gonna put a couple leaves here. A little chard for later. I cut sparingly because you do have very slow growth, and it takes plants a long time to regrow compared to during the spring and summer. And I do want all this food to last me through the winter. The rain is starting to come down harder, but I just wanted to grab a little bit of parsley for soup. And with the frigid temperatures coming, the new stalks coming out on my celery aren't going to make it, so I will probably cut a celery off near the bottom too and go through and get the good stuff off of this for a soup. So this is what I ended up with for my harvest today. I think that is really good for December 10th. I've got a whole bunch of celery tops here for soups and then the makings of a nice little kale salad. And now I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to show you how I'm starting coffee from seed. I got these seeds from M.I. Gardner. If you have never used M.I. Gardner before, you are really missing out. These are great heirloom quality seeds, and they're 99 cents a pack. You can't get any better than that. So there's just 5 seeds here, but how many coffee plants would you want? So I am going to start growing them today. It is a very long process. It can take up to 4 months to actually start seeing plant stems coming up. But over the next 24 hours, they should at least germinate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in a little container of water and let them soak for 12 to 24 hours. Here I have some water. I went with not completely cold, just kind of a lukewarm water. And I'm just dropping the seeds in. And that's about it for the next 12 hours. They're going to sit in there, pre-germinate, and then I'll be planting them up, and then I'll be waiting 1 to 4 months. So now I have soaked these guys overnight. Poppy is playing with her squeaky toy. But I've soaked these guys overnight, and it's time to put them in the potting mix. And as soon as I start recording, she starts squeaking again. Anyway, I have soaked these overnight. I've got them pre-germinated, and now it is time to stick them in the potting mix and then keep the potting mix moist for 1 to 4 months and see what happens. So if you look closely, you can see it actually did. It started to germinate. Little guy there at the corner. So now we know they're viable, and we just have to wait a really long time to see if they start growing stems and roots. So I've made a little hole, and I'm going to drop him in. Then I'm going to cover him up and leave him. I'm going to, and I don't know why I keep calling this seed him. It's a seed. It's gender neutral. Anyway, all right, that's all there is to it. Now we just wait and wait and wait.